In 3, 2, 1, go!
And we are off in qualification match number 2. Already 2 robots making their way to the middle of the field, fighting for fuel in that middle zone. Looks like Blue might have got an advantage there as other robots and human players launch fuel into their respective hubs. 5 seconds left in this autonomous period. We have 4330 back in the middle of the field. They decided they wanted some more fuel and make their way back into their alliance zone as we transition to teleoperated period. We have a score of 11-12. Tight match here as both teams will have 5 seconds to score as we start here in this teleoperated period. And right now, we have an advantage going to the Red Alliance to start things off with the offensive efforts in our back and forth shifts that you will see throughout matches today. Shrapnel Sergeants looks like they have a few fuel in tow. They're lining up to see if they can score some. We'll come back to them and see how many they're able to put into their hub while we check on their alliance partners. Dragon, 5002, grabbing some fuel from the middle of the field, making their way under the trench and over to their side of the alliance. You heard that sound, you know what that means. We just had a shift change. Blue robots now seeing what they can do to advance their offensive scores. Blue robots with a ton of fuel over on their side of the field. We had a strategic move from Edwardsville, shuttling some fuel to their human players to see if they can launch some fuel into their zone to advance their scores. We have some defense being played now by Dragon over here. 5 robots on the blue side of the field as we shift back to red for offense for the next 15 seconds. Shrapnel Sergeants seeing what they can do to get fuel into their robot and out of their robot into the hub as they're met by some defense from Oakville, now making their way to the red side of the field. 3200 fighting with some fuel, seeing if they can get over the bump and shuttle it to their alliance partners to continue to advance their offensive scores. Another shift change has just occurred. We're back over on the blue side of the field. We have Rambunction putting fuel up into their hub one at a time from their shooter and collecting more from the high volume of fuel they have amassed into their alliance zone. 5 seconds before our next shift change, which will be the endgame period where all alliances can score into their hubs. Endgame has now commenced. We have 2 blue robots collecting fuel from the middle of the field, 1 red robot on the blue side of the field playing some defense, Rambunction back in the middle of the field seeing if they can collect some more fuel, and Oakville Dynamics seeing if they can hoard some fuel away from that red alliance over on the red side of the field. Shrapnel Sergeants, whoa, they've got a lot of fuel in tow now, seeing if they can put that into their hub as time winds down. 3 seconds left in our match, high scoring advantage for blue as time winds down. No robots climbing in this one. Just after our robots are pulled from the field, we will have a score to you for just that fast. We have a score for match number 2, and it's our Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance winning match number 2 with a score of 56-13. Our Blue Alliance will score 3 ranking points for their match win, but have not achieved any of the additional ranking points available to them in their match. No ranking points for our Red Alliance, valiant efforts from all teams, and we'll be back just after this for match number 3.